This is Bo's country. Let's go. Wednesday night, red light on. Mics get hot when the puck drops on. Talking boats, no holding back. From the first face off to the post game crack. Schoolie takes no script, no throne. Just thunder voices, Tampa grown. From the couch to the ice, feel it rise. Hit a roll before the lights. We the thunder. Hear it purr, hear it pound. Podcast loud, shake the ground. Shooter games loaded, late night play. Same kill instinct, different way. Benchmark arena, Tampa Bay. Boats all night, all damn day. Turn it up, let the whole world know. If it's lightning hockey, we the thunder. Late night lobbies, headset scream. Chasing winds on a glowing screen. Then it's back to the eyes. Blue line tie, Cooch with the vision. Point takes flight. Vassy stone cold, crease on lock. Thunder rolls every time we talk. From power plays to playoff runs. Same damn city, same damn drum. Say it loud if you bleed blue. We the thunder. Hear it pound from the podcast mics to the downtown sound. Benchmark arena, feel that sway. Tampa Bay all damn day. Hands up high, let the anthem go. Lightning hockey, we the thunder. We the thunder. We the thunder. Yeah. We the thunder. We the thunder. We the thunder. We the thunder.
Welcome to We the Thunder. My name is Robert Shoots. My friends call me Shooter. You can too.
I don't know shit all else about anything else, but I know my game of hockey.
Thank you, Phil. And with me, as always, is Thomas, the Professor Schooley.
Who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? Who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf?
Doesn't listen to anything I say, this guy, or he's going a little deaf.
I thought for sure you were gonna play the where he called me old.
We'll save that for next month. It is June 24th, and believe it or not, there's a lot of things to talk about. We haven't been live for, I guess, about a month now, and we've got trades, we've got draft coming up, we've got free agency, we've lost a player, we've got some awards to talk about, but I guess. Well, I was going to start with the team that won the Stanley Cup and congratulating them. But I guess I'll let you pick. Well, I guess I won't let you pick, School. There he goes. He's going in and out. I was just saying, I'm going to let you pick what topic we want to talk about first.
Well, let's talk about Stanley Cup champions first.
Let's talk about it. You and I called it. I don't know if we called it or we were just cheering for them over Vegas, but Carolina Hurricanes, it just felt like it was their year.
Yeah.
They really, they were winning the East most of the year. You know, some people might say, this is a good question for you and people out there in the chat. I don't see anyone in the chat yet, but did you think the Panthers had an easy path?
You mean the Hurricanes?
Yeah. Sorry, I have the trade on my mind. The Carolina Hurricanes. It's really annoying that they have the Carolina Panthers too. But
Yeah.
the Hurricanes, did you think their Stanley Cup path was really easy?
I don't think so. I thought that all the matchups this year seemed pretty good. I mean, even Vegas, we talked about Vegas. I mean, Vegas had the least amount of wins to make it in the playoffs, and look where they ended up. Carolina, they led the East most of the season, but I thought this year these playoff teams were pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like their path. Like what was it? Philly first? No, who was their first round? No,
It was Philly. Oh yeah,
Ottawa.
and Ottawa's picked to win by many of the experts.
Yeah, because Carolina always seemed to mess it up in the playoffs, but not this year. they really kind of dominated. But again, Ottawa, Philly, very young team with very little playoff experience, and then Montreal. I give Montreal a lot of credit. They took us out, but not exactly a powerhouse. And then I'll give it to them. I mean, they took care of Vegas pretty easily.
They swept Ottawa, swept Philly, beat Montreal 4-1, and then beat Vegas 4-2. I mean, I don't think it was an easy path. I think it was just a dominating path. I thought, and there was other years that I thought they looked more like a Stanley Cup contender than this year. I didn't think this year was going to end up being their year. But years past, I thought for sure they were going to end up being the Stanley Cup champion. So it was nice to see them when I always go for the East whenever it's not Tampa. So it was nice to see that.
Yeah, and the East is also just building up and getting better. We'll talk about that once we get to the trades. But yeah, I didn't want to discredit their run. Like they were first place almost all season. We had it for a little bit. First seed in the East, so they deserved home ice advantage. They deserved those easier matchups, and they made it look easy. They didn't lose during the first two rounds, and it's a pretty good story, right? Like they won in 2006, and then exactly 20 years later, with their head coach being a guy that was on that team that won it 20 years ago, with Eric
He was a captain. He was captain.
Yeah, and Eric Staal was also on that team, and today's captain, his brother, wins the cup and the Conn Smythe.
Became the first captain to ever win as a captain of a team and a coach of a team.
Yeah, so Rod the Bod. I mean, that guy's pretty much defined himself as the one figure in Carolina hockey history, really. I mean, that's their Phil Esposito. I know he didn't bring the team to town, but like that's their Phil, right?
Well, I mean, is he their Phil, or I've seen a lot of comparison to Cooper. I mean, as the coach aspect, that the way that they both have their room, the locker rooms, where you never hear anybody criticize anything that they do in the locker room, and that they are both motivational speakers, and they both are very to the point and freely speak. I heard it a couple times during these playoffs that they compared him to Coop, and you've seen what Coop's done, and Rod's did it just as much. They didn't win the cups, but he could have been a 2-time, 3-time coach, Stanley Cup coach.
Yeah, I can see that. I think really the only real difference between them is, Coop never played in the NHL, never won a Stanley Cup as a player. So, but what a run! Congratulations to the Hurricanes. If anything, it keeps the cup in the South, right?
Yes.
In the deep South. So nice job. The party looked pretty fun up there in Raleigh. No boat parade, but probably a fun day in Raleigh. I think that was last Saturday.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jordan Staal? Sure, great story. His brother, was on that team 20 years ago, but a lot of people are like, "This is the guy we're giving Conn Smythe to."
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was Mitch Marner's to win if Vegas won it. And there has been precedent of the losing team win the Conn Smythe still. But yeah, I don't know why they gave it to Staal.
Yeah, we'll go through. Got some of his stats that are pretty surprising as I was looking into. Beverly is out there. Hey, what's up, everyone in the chat? Carolina was great. Avalanche was a surprise. I think the Avalanche they ran out of steam, and I think injuries played a big part of it. Cale Makar was not right. McKinnon got hurt in the Western Conference Finals. So unfortunate for them. It's crazy to me that they were talking about firing Bednar. Like really, like you're just gonna let this guy go now? Like they had an amazing season, and
The fact that the GM had to come out and say he's coming back next season, he had to confirm that he'd be back next season was unreal.
why? Why do you think that was? Was there something that we don't know about? Because it's like it doesn't make any sense.
I think they just there had been talk that there was issues in that locker room. So, but apparently not. I mean, I think more is a whole bunch of trade rumors, towards the trade deadline. What we've heard it before where that becomes a problem in the locker room. And this year, more than any, I think a lot of coaches got a pass because of the Olympic break and this season being so condensed. We saw more injuries to players than we have in the longest time. More games back to back and only 1 or 2 day rest, all because of that break from the Olympics. So now going forward, we're adding 2 more games now to the season, and it's going to be a little bit more days off. So it's going to be, I think, a better year this year.
Yeah.
Tort's not returning. He had said all along he was only signed until the end of that. And former Tampa Bay Lightning player Ryan Craig named the new head coach there, who is their coach of their AHL affiliate. And that had been the plan all along, was to promote him starting next season.
Yep. I do want to get some people's opinion on Bolts Nation. How are we today? 'Cause we'll get to the trades. I want to really understand how people are feeling about some of these moves that are being made out there. But let's talk about Jordan Staal since he's up there. So 12 points got him the Conn Smythe. 19 games, 8 goals, 4 assists. So here's why I won it, though. 7 of the 12 points were in the finals. It was really like the MVP at the finals.
Right.
Fewest points by a winner since 1967. And he's the oldest at 37-year-olds since 1965 to win the Conn Smythe. So it gives us old guys some hope.
I think 2 of those goals were also game winners.
Oh, were they? Well, in 5 straight. So 5 straight in the finals puts him tied for the record.
Yep.
Consecutive goals in the finals. And here's a good stat. Hopefully JBB's listening. 68% on faceoffs in the finals was one of the highest in Stanley Cup finals history. So I don't know. At first I was like, you're giving this guy the Conn Smythe for 12 points when we've seen players score. Like, didn't Cooch have 40 points once like in 2021? That's kind of a sore subject since now he's not scoring much in the playoffs at all. But I mean, it's kind of refreshing to see that they looked at everything, right? Like they were looking at the all-around game. And then I guess to your point, like, yeah, it was like, who else were they going to give it to? I heard like Stankoven would have been one. I mean, you can't really give it to a goalie because they were going back and forth with goalies all play or towards, I guess they kind of switched in the middle. And I don't know. It's like it was a total team effort. So I don't know. It's kind of cool to see that old veteran like that just plays the game the right way, does all the things that you want him to. At 37 years old, win the cup, and then for it to be 20 years after his brother lifted that cup at the same team is pretty cool too. So great story to wrap up what I thought was a great season for the NHL all around in the Lightning, even though we didn't, obviously the results weren't what we wanted it to be.
But have we had a show since the announcement of the trophies? I don't think so.
It's like you read the show notes in advance.
No, I didn't.
Which one would you like to talk about first?
The one that I said at the beginning of the year, which would be the Jack Adams. And then the one I said last show that Cooch and Vasi would both win, and they did.
You're on fire for once. For once this season, you were on fire. Here are the tweets from the Bolts. You know what I like about this tweet?
Yeah, we're in there.
You know what this means? This is the first time ever
The
that
Lightning have acknowledged
social
us.
media has recognized that we exist. So thank you, Lightning social media folks. We know we exist. But yeah, we're right there. We're right there.
Right above his head.
Right on top of that head, the best coach in the history of the NHL to never win the Jack Adams. You got some more other friends out there. Bolts Breakdown made it. I don't know. A lot of these names are pretty familiar, although some of them are not. So I guess I need to follow some more people. I don't know Lightning Cat Lady, but I like that tweet. And yeah, I mean, long overdue. And also why I hate the NHL awards, because I kind of felt like this was it's these guys' turn to win.
Right. That was my question. Did he deserve it?
I don't know. We both thought that it was going to be Lindy Ruff. And man,
Yep.
based on anything we posted online, so did the Buffalo fans.
Yeah, I mean, you could have made a case for either of them. I saw where some Lightning fans were saying back one good year, where Coops had so many good years, that how do you win the Jack Adams? So Coop definitely deserved it with what he played with this year. Lindy Ruff definitely deserved it for where he took Buffalo this year.
Marty St. Louis. I mean, only one guy's got to win though. And again, it comes
Right.
down to like a lot of these media guys are the ones that vote for it, and a lot of them, all the media guys here and girls know each other, right? And so I think, and I don't think they all get a vote in these awards. I think it's only
And
select.
didn't he win by only like 1/3 place vote or something like that?
I don't know. It was the Cooch. It was Hart that was like the closest one ever.
Yeah.
With McDavid right there. But, regardless, he won it. We're happy. We're not going to complain about it. And it was long overdue. But again, just the reason why I don't like these awards. But this time we finally were on the right side of it, at least, because he should have won this award a long time ago. It would have been crazy if he never won it his entire coaching career. But
And it was really cool the way they did with the Coops Catch kids being there when they were opening up the wing at the hospital in honor of Coops Catch. And the kids come in there, and then his family joins them, and they bring in the trophy. So it was really cool. Do you like the way they're doing it now, or do you like the award show?
I don't know. I'd ask the players, I'd ask the players what they want to do, and the coaches. Would you
See,
rather
I
have that award
think
show?
they did. Yeah, I don't think they like this show because number one, if you're not winning, why the hell are you going to Vegas? I'm sure they get some kind of paid for it, but they're not wanting to go over there and be with all these other people just to lose. Right.
Probably trying to go on vacation and planning vacations and stuff after the
Right.
season.
I love the way they did it with Vasi.
Okay, that's where we differ. All right, let's move on to another awesome graphic from the Bolts team here. So Vasi wins it, and they kindly let him know by acting like there's a bomb in his car. Breezeman, what are you doing, man? I guess at the end of the day, it's all funny because it's not, but you got to think he's shitting his pants for a second, right?
Well, they just said there was something in there. Listen, I'm surprised that he wasn't like, oh, there might be a little bit of ganja in there. Good thing that dog didn't get close enough to Cooch's car. I can tell you that.
I mean, yeah, this could have completely backfired. What if Vasi just started to run away? He's like, I'm out of here.
What if he had like a pound of weed in his car and he's like, and they're like, is there something in your car? And he's like, what?
Well, first of all, now you have me wondering: do they test for marijuana in the NHL?
They're told when they test, and it's usually at the beginning, and then after that, no, not anymore.
But they do test for marijuana.
Yes. At least that was what JT said years ago. But he said they still do it. They just know when they're going to get tested. And then it's the one test, and then that's it. And then they can do it for the rest of whenever.
I feel like Coke is probably the go-to drug in the NHL.
Lightning fans know about that.
It's been a while since anything's happened to any player. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I like the cleverness of it, right, and the creativity of it. But I'm like, what are you doing to my guy here? You're gonna give me a heart attack. But yeah, I think this was the one that you were sure of, right? Like we were both pretty confident. Like, you're gonna give it to Sorokin. You're not gonna give it to Swayman.
No.
So awesome. Second time Vasi's won it. Well deserved. Had a great season. And you know what's funny about all three of these awards is they were all really won, I feel like, during that crazy streak that we had in the middle of the season. Because that's when you started to hear, because I do it more than you do. I watch the away game commentators, right? And I was starting to hear them talk about Cooper. And I heard
those illegal streams. Yes, you're correct.
I think it was Jersey. It's all kosher. It's all legal. I think it was Jersey, and those commentators were, maybe it was Philly, I don't know, but those commentators were talking about, like, I think I have a vote, and as of today, my vote's going to Cooper. So I think that really kind of built that momentum for him to win it. And then Vasi was unstoppable. Cooch scoring 3 points a night. But yeah, Vasi with the big win. And then, of course, the biggest award, arguably, and the most elusive, and the one that I think he should have won more than twice, but now he's done it twice. The Hart Trophy is your MVP for the NHL, and Kucherov outdid McDavid. Like we mentioned, it was very close. Like, I don't have the numbers up, but one of the closest voting between players that they've ever had, or at least in a very long time. But Cooch with the edge over McDavid. You love to see it. Great season, 130 points, 44 goals, 86 assists. He did that on purpose.
And we saw where McDavid won. What did McDavid win? He won, was it the 10 Lindsay? No, what did he win?
Who won the player voted one?
That was McDavid, Connor McDavid. So a lot of people thought he was going to win the Hart one, but we had seen last season when Hellebuyck won the Hart and he won the Vezina, they gave them to him at the same time. So this year, when they did not give the Hart to McDavid at the same time, I was like, it can't be McDavid. It has to be Cooch, because they would have announced it when he got the other one. And so when it was coming up, I was like, I don't think anybody else was close to Cooch except for McDavid. And if they didn't already give it to McDavid, then that means it's Cooch's.
We call you Detective Schooley.
Listen, I remember the whole thing last year because the pictures leaked of Hellebuyck getting both of them. And they were like, oh, it looks like Hellebuyck's going to win the Hart and the Vezina because he's here with both of them. And then, sure enough, it came out that that was the video that they did, and they gave both of them. So it was like that had to have been what was happening.
All right, I'm muting you for a second because you're buzzing. You are buzzing. Buzzing with the boys. It's not that bad. Trust me, we've had worse. Unfortunately, wait a minute. Something's going on at the Schoolie Dome. All right, so yeah, award winners, yay. I mean, what does this mean for this team? Obviously, disappointing season, losing in the first round again. Is this extra motivation? Like, I don't know what this means. Are they happy now? Are they more pissed off? Like, is it validation that we're still good? We still got it? Like,
I don't know. Are they using the excuse of the injuries of Hedman and stuff? It's going to be interesting the coming out of camp this season of what their goal is. Well, we know what their goal is, but what their motivation's going to be. Is it going to be that we shit the bed this year? Is it going to be we blame it all on injuries and then we're good? So it's going to be interesting.
yeah. I mean, the clock's ticking on this team. There's no doubt about it. And the other teams are just getting better, which we'll get to next. Beverly's comment here, our prospects have gotten a lot of awards at the end of the season too. We talked about that the last show. So about a month ago, and we talked a lot about Sam O'Reilly and Retenian.
And we signed Retenian.
Yeah, everyone signed their entry-level contract. So I think most of those guys will be in Syracuse. But it'll be interesting to see who gets a shot and who plays well there. And maybe one of those guys does what Connor Geeky did and makes it impossible for the Lightning to say, hey, we're going to send you back down. But that would be pretty miraculous for them to do. I think we have a little more depth now than we did 2 years ago when Geeky kind of surprisingly made the big squad.
Do we though now?
I think so. I mean, we have a full roster pretty much right now, even with the guys that we're going to lose through free agency. What else? I mean, we pretty much have a full squad.
Well, are you counting Geeky on there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
I'm counting Gonzo too.
Well, I think he'll be on opening day, but I don't think Geeky makes opening day lineup.
I don't know if he will with the options that we're going to have. I think we're pretty stacked. We don't know what we have yet. So you don't really know. But I think we're pretty stacked. Chris, I'm going to bring this topic up. So Chris says, sounds like John Carlson signing with the Bolts is picking up steam. Would be a great ad, in my opinion. I want to put the question out there at the bottom so some of you guys strolling in and out will answer it because I want to see what you guys say for this.
The thing with that is I have not seen any more rumors about that. It was a rumor the other day, but I have not seen any more comments about that.
Well, the latest one that I saw was Werenski. We're a top team for Werenski. I'm like, how does that work? I'm all for it. All right, so the question's up there. Hold on, let me officially make it a question. Schoolie gets mad when I don't use proper grammar. There you go, question mark. So yeah, I want to see in the chat. I'm going to leave that up there so you guys scrolling in and out can give us your opinion. So John Carlson, the rumor is that the Lightning are interested in, he will take a short-term deal, but it will cost a lot of money. And the numbers I saw were like $10 million a year.
Yeah.
John, would you sign John Carlson for 2 years, $10 million a year? He is,
No.
I think I got this somewhere. I think he's 37. I don't have his age. He scored 60 points, splitting time between the Capitals and the Ducks last season. 14 of those 60 points were goals. For a goalie, that's great. So you say no. You're not gonna overpay. The term's nice. Get him for 2 years, you get him for the last 2 years of his career.
Yeah, but you have to work on trying to sign Cooch. You don't know what he's going to want, or do they know what he was going to want? They can't do anything. So I've seen a lot of people saying, why hasn't a new Cooch extension? they are not allowed to extend him until after July 1st, because this is not his. It's not his last season until July 1st. So July 1st starts the official new season. Therefore, that begins his last season. That's when they are allowed to sign him to a new contract. So that is why the Lightning have not done anything. If there's been any talk, I haven't even seen any kind of word out there that there's been talk. But I gotta imagine JBB has been told what the asking price is going to be.
Got to be over 10.
We got to remember last time they did not make a deal, and Cooch sat out most of training camp, and they finally got the deal signed right before the season started, and I think he missed game 1 or 2.
Well, and he was an absolute steal in the contract he's been on. So it's like, I don't think he's going to take a discount, and he shouldn't.
No,
He shouldn't.
no,
have.
he's
So, I feel like JBB said it, so I'm assuming it's true that Kucherov wants to be here. He doesn't want to go to a big market. He's comfortable playing here. The team babies him so much. Like, he didn't even get the video, right? Like, they just brought him the trophy. That was the video, which is fine. You're a superstar player. You can baby him a little bit. But also, to some people's point, like, sometimes you got to face the music when you're not performing. And they've really kind of gave Cooch the kid gloves treatment. So, but you're right. That is the number one priority. That's the first chip that's got to fall. Is Nikita Kucherov. He's going to make his 9.5 this coming season, and then it's going to go up the following season. And we'll have money, but he's going to have the biggest contract on the team. What's your prediction? 8 years.
Are they going to pay him more than they pay? Well, if you look what's going on right now, I mean, what did Tuck just sign for?
10.
10.
Washington Capitol.
Yeah, I would think that would have to be what you're thinking for him.
He's worth way more, though. I think we're looking at 12 at
You
least.
think so?
It will be interesting to see if he goes down the route of his fellow countrymen up in Minnesota, Kaprizov. Because didn't he sign a short-term deal at a crazy cap hit?
Yes.
So, I don't know. You never know what Nikita Kucherov's thinking. But he deserves his money, and it seems like he's not going anywhere. But I don't know. Maybe they can't come to an agreement. Yeah, Chris, you're right on the line with me. I think it's going to be minimum 12. Because how much is I'll look it up for you. How much is McDavid making?
Too much.
No, he's not. He's the best player in the league. 12.5. So that's probably at least what Cooch is asking for, and maybe more.
Kaprizov is 17 million.
Yeah, but what's the term?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
That's a lot. That's a lot. McKinnon's 12.6. So we might see 13. We might see
Age 29 for Kaprizov, by the way.
Yeah. Well, like Chris said, I think it's going to be over 12. And now I'm thinking more 13. The scary part about an 8-year contract, which is probably what you're going to have to give him, is he's going to be almost 40, pushing 40 when that contract's over.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if he's the player that's got that longevity in him. But it doesn't seem like if you saw Nikita Kucherov and you didn't know who he was in Publix, he would just look like some dude. Right?
Yeah.
You don't think so? He looks pretty pedestrian. He doesn't look like the strongest guy.
Well, that's for sure.
So, I don't know, but I hope they re-sign him, and I hope he gets whatever he wants. He's the key to this team. He's the MVP of the league.
So we've seen all these crazy deals going down. I think we're going to get into a couple different ones. The the draft starts on Friday, so there could be a couple more big moves before Friday, with people trying to position their way into the draft. Lightning have not had a first round draft since um, Isaac Howard
Can't remember.
was drafted. 2022, Isaac Howard was drafted. So we don't have a pick until the second round. By the way, back when I went to the draft down in Florida, we didn't have a first round draft pick either. And we ended up getting Sorelli in that draft, Matthew Joseph in that draft. Um, we had, who else got picked in that? Spencer. We got Mitchell Stevens in that one. So
The team's shown time after time it doesn't really matter. The first
right.
doesn't matter. Unless you're getting one of those top 5 picks, which are pretty.
This is why they are not making any of these big splashes right now because all these teams are wanting first rounders. We saw the Brady Kachuk deal. We saw the Cairo deal. Who else? What was the
That's why.
Blackhawk?
That's why I think. Here's my theory. The unrestricted free agents are not that good. You've got some big names in there. I mean, Alexander Ovechkin's a free agent right now, or will be, right? Patrick Kane, like you got some great names in there 10 years ago, right? So
Larkin. Look, Larkin hasn't been traded.
He's a trade. He's
Yeah.
gonna be. But the guys that are all free agents, they're all over 30. Like there's very few under 30. You have to overpay for free agents. So I think what's happened is teams are saying like, well, hey, I'm going to figure out who I want to get and go get them. And I don't really care about that first round pick because you never know what's going to happen with the first round pick anyway. Now, to give up 3 first round picks and a second round pick for Brady Kachuk, in my opinion, is insanity. Like he is not that good. Like that's what
No.
I'd give up for McDavid. And I get it. And I think it's a good move for Florida, bringing the brothers together. And I'm sure that's gonna be great for the locker room. Also,
I
they
don't know
have
if it will be great for the locker room.
it might not be. Yeah.
I think that actually there might be some turmoil in that locker room once you get both of them in there. But I would pay that kind of price to have those brothers on a line together. We saw it in the Olympics. We saw it in the Four Nations. Those two guys on a line together have like one brain that they share. And so yeah, that is definitely going to be a big hitting line. I mean, I don't know if you're going to get much scoring out of it. You didn't get much scoring out of Brady this year, but neither one of them skated all games this year. Both of them had injuries. I could see that probably happening next year too, because they're going to try to outplay each other and go balls to the wall with each other on the same line. But would I pay that much to get that? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Now what I
well, no, that you do all these draft picks for Kachuk. Like I get the move, but
Right.
that return is insane.
I think Ottawa got the best return,
Oh, for sure.
but for the team that I have, with what was out there and what we were going to be able to afford or what we were going to be able to get, I would have made that trade too.
Yeah, I mean it's a gamble. They're going for it, but then the other side of it is you don't have any goalies right now. And when you made this move, you kind of said, "All right, well, Bob, who apparently rumor is wants money."
Lots of money.
yeah.
He's old.
I
He's
know
old.
he wants money and a long contract,
Yeah.
so he's probably out of there. I mean, I'll be pissed if he's like, "All right, I'll come back for 2-year contract on the cheap to try to win a cup." But Sure, the
Well,
first.
then they said they were going to try to go after Hellenbach, but unless they get rid of a couple people, which I don't think is going to happen, because right now they're still 3 players short.
I think they have to. They're going to have to get rid of one of their higher. I think they're going to have
Yes.
to trade somebody.
Um,
And they
but
traded to make this move. They traded. Who was it to Seattle for our pick,
yes, to
our
get that draft
Gord
pick.
and Bjorkstrom pick,
I actually think Hellenbach might go to Buffalo. I think that's why Buffalo is freeing up all this money.
or Carolina. Is a rumor too.
Yeah, I think Buffalo.
But yeah, I do think we're going to see a couple more trades here, maybe during the show and tomorrow before the draft, because these teams aren't valuing these draft picks as much. And if you want to go after a player, you got to go get them. And that's what Washington's done. I mean, Washington's made some serious moves. I always like Jordan Kyrou. I call him Caillou, like the little bald kids show, I guess. But he's a good player. And then making the move today, those were all moves like Toronto made to get Radish, where you traded to get the rights to re-sign before anyone else could. So Washington really making some moves, and they haven't even signed Ovechkin yet, or re-signed him yet. By the way, what a day for the Kachucks. Same day, and Dad gets into the Hall of Fame.
No, next day was Dad.
Was it the next day? I saw it all the same day. But yeah, I'm sure it was a heck of a party.
So Brady was traded on Father's Day. They happened to be all together for Father's Day. And from the story that Brady says, they had told him things were going fast. Stay near his phone. He left his phone for like 5 minutes, and then his grandpa or somebody says, "You just got traded to Florida," and they were all together. Keith, Brady, and what's his face were all together. And he said, "What?" And he went into his phone, and he had missed like 10 phone calls saying he had been traded to the Florida Panthers.
What a day for them. Congratulations. Here's the rest of your Hall of Famers. Pretty good group.
Next day, he got put in. Carey Price, I definitely deserved it. And did you see what the Sharks tweeted out for him?
No.
The Sharks tweeted out Shark legend, because he was traded to them but never actually ever played a game
Nice.
for the Sharks. That's when he retired. They took his contract. Pekka Rinne definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
Curly, I believe her brother, or the two Curlys got into it in back-to-back years, maybe sister. Bergeron, do you think he should have got in first round?
Yeah, I think so.
And then Burke was your innovator. That's the one that Phil wants. That one right there in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because he's the innovator. That's right. I forgot. I still have to. I think I'm going to wait till the beginning of the season when more people are paying attention. But he said that on our show twice.
Yes.
About getting into the Hall of Fame as an innovator, builder. So I will clip that, because those clips that we have with Phil, a lot of people end up seeing them. So I'm hoping if we have one dedicated to that, it gets.
So do you know this is like, I thought I read it's like 17 people get to vote on the Hall of Fame, and they submit a list, and then the list gets narrowed down. It was like, do you have it there?
Yeah, 18-member selection committee.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
They meet annually, vote by secret ballot. A candidate must receive at least 75% of the votes, so 14 of the 18 get elected. All discussions, votes, and tallies are strictly confidential. Yeah, that's weird. So it's all selected. Those 18 members are selected by Hall of Fame's board of directors. Committee consists of former hockey players, coaches, referees, team executives, and media members. So I guess they do not publicly say who that is.
Right. And they have to have one female, one builder.
Oh, I do. I have the list.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, guess who's on it? Brian Burke.
Oh, really? Nothing like voting for yourself.
Yeah. So Ron Francis, Burke, Cassie Campbell, Pascal, Mark Chipman, who is a chairman for the True North Sports and Entertainment for the Winnipeg Jets, executive for the Jets. Mark DeFoy covered hockey in Montreal for 30 years. Cami Granato, so there's two women. She's in the Hall of Fame. Anders Hedberg is one of the first European players to impact North American hockey. Jerome McGinley, we know him. Yari Curry, all-time great. Igor Larionov, Pierre Maguire, Bob McKenzie, Scott Morrison. Scott Morrison was a writer for Toronto for a long time. Mike Murphy, the most Canadian name ever. I know Mike Murphy's from Canada. Played in the league for 13 years. And then he managed the Situation Room for 20 years. Eddie Olczyk, David Hoyle, one of the longest tenured general managers in NHL history with the Washington Capitals, Luc Robitaille, and Joe Sakic. So it's a pretty good group.
I see Chris puts on here, fans need to remember it's the Hockey Hall of Fame, not the NHL Hall of Fame. I would have put Zetterberg over Tkachuk. I didn't think Tkachuk deserved it.
Yeah, I wonder why now, right? Because he's been eligible for a long time.
Right.
Well, good point. I don't know. His kids are making a lot of noise in the NHL. That really shouldn't have anything to do with it.
And he's been doing the podcast. He's been in the limelight a lot lately. So snubs this year: Rod Brindamore, Henrik Zetterberg, Patrick Elias. Those were the big names. That Steve Lemire were the big snubs this year.
I'm okay with these guys. I think Bergeron was an underrated player because how much he did defensively.
And they're retiring his number this year. The Bruins are.
Good for him.
And the ICC champ, it appears JBB is not willing to get involved. We don't have the draft picks that everybody's wanting.
Yeah, if you notice, it's all first-round draft picks going the other way.
Right. Werenski is coming to Tampa. Now, I just saw an update that says that the Blue Jackets will meet with Werenski after the draft. So don't expect him to do anything. So don't expect anything until after Sunday's draft. The draft ends on Sunday. With him, no updates on him.
It would be nice. But let's go back because I think this is like the biggest piece of the puzzle that we just don't know the answer to. I'm going to go back to a chat earlier. Hopefully Jamie and Randy, both of you are here. Do you guys think Heddy comes back in heady form, or are those days over?
Heady form as in mentally stable. I think he comes back mentally stable. I still think he's a big tree. I think he's Zdeno Chara 2.0. It's going to be interesting, and I think we'll get to see it early in the season.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out pretty soon. I think the bad news is we're kind of stuck with that contract for a long time if he is bad. I've been saying since he left, I love a comeback story. So give me Hedman coming back, winning Norris, winning Conn Smythe again, doing it all. I mean, that's just kind of what we have to hope for, right? And I think he can do it. I just get worried about these players that are so big, right? And they're later in their careers, they slow down, they become pylons, like you said. But Brent Burns has always been the exception to that. But Brent Burns also never gets hurt. Literally, the dude never gets hurt, but he's a big dude too. So I don't know. That's the $1 million question for the Lightning, and it's like, I, I I'm glad they have McDonough, but I just wish they didn't do that extension so soon, because I feel like they might have kept Radish versus extending McDonough at that time if they knew what Radish was going to do.
But do you think, and I've seen this debated, is Radish deserving of what he got? Or do you think he was a product of more minutes and just a better team this year?
We're going to find out. Toronto's going to find out. So we got the 5th round pick for him. I predicted this was going to happen, sadly, on what was it? I think our bold New Year's predictions was on New Year's Eve. Didn't we do a show New Year's Eve?
I believe.
I just saw it coming. I figured they wouldn't trade him at the deadline. He continued to do really well. And then, of course, you got to get something for him. So 5th round pick, sure, we'll take it. We're loaded in 5th round picks now. But the rumor was a couple days before the trade, the rumor was out there that the Bolts have offered $5.75 a year for 5 years. Is that what you heard?
I saw 6x6 today.
Maybe they bumped it up a little bit as one last chance. But 5.75 was the rumor before the trade. Gets traded for a 5th round pick. And for the people that don't understand, I know we have to educate some of you guys, and this isn't me on my soapbox and high and mighty. We know hockey better than you. Darren Radish would have left in free agency on July 1st, and the Lightning would get nothing. That's why you trade for a 5th round pick. I know you saw it in Thunderbolts, right? Like, you only got a 5th round pick. All they're trading is for the rights so Toronto can sign Radish before anyone else can. So getting a 5th round pick is great. Although, did you see what Washington got for Tuck?
Yes.
They got a couple things for him, and had to sign $10 million. So maybe it wasn't that great. But anyway, Radish goes to his hometown team, and he will play there for the next 8 years till he's 38 years old, and he will make $8.5 million. And I'll give him one of these. One more, Schoolie. I'm happy for the guy. We said it all season. Like, he should go make as much money as he can make.
So as of 5 hours ago, New York Rangers are in talks with Buffalo for Vincent Trocheck. And also Florida has circled back around on Hellebuck.
How?
Lundell would probably have to be traded.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't put it past anything. Like, Florida is all in. And I wonder how much pressure JBB's feeling to make some sort of move, right?
Yeah, I bet you he's on the phones, but everybody's like, you ain't got no first round picks.
Well, at some point, you got to look at all these prospects.
I mean, you saw Ross Colton just got traded to Nashville from Colorado. Buffalo Sabres just signed Zach Benson for 7 years, $7.5 million. Colorado just traded Jack Drury and Chase Bradley and their own 3rd round pick in the 2029 draft to Nashville for Fedor Zvetkov and Zachary Laheru.
So yeah, all the moves are happening. I think I retweeted something about Tuesday was had way more trades than the trade deadline had. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
now's the time. They're moving these picks. They're moving these players that aren't under contract, and I mean that's always been the case with the NHL. That's kind of one of the reasons why when I was a kid I liked the NHL, because you always saw like the trades, like, and it wasn't just like these minor leaguers. You'd see big players get traded. I remember when Gretzky got traded to LA. I mean, that was when I first started watching hockey, and then he went over to the Rangers, and then it ended up with the Blues for a little bit. But you see big players get traded in the NHL. The other thing that's happening is you're seeing these guys that, like Brady and like
Larkin.
well, no, I'm talking about guys that are playing in Canada that are American, trying to get out of Canada, right?
Yeah, Hellebuck.
Hellebuck's one of them. Brady's one of them. I'm thinking of Minnesota Vancouver trade. God, why am I blanking? Quinn Hughes
Hughes.
was one of them. These guys that are Americans don't seem to want to play in Canada, and they're getting out of Canada on these trades. So a lot of
What?
stuff.
How do you feel about these like super teams? Like, I see people comparing it to LeBron and what he did with the Lakers and Miami and stuff like that. Do you think? I've also heard that the NHL may address this later down the road in like the next CBA or something, that these players now have too much control over. Like, you can sign them, but then they demand this trade, and you got nothing you can do. You put all your money and eggs into the basket of this player, and then 5 years down the road, he's like, "Peace. You need to trade me, or I'm just gonna be miserable on this team." And so, I mean, you got Larkin, and there's been like no update on Larkin, but you also know that Steve Eiserman is one of those people that will play your hand like
He's not
to
losing
draw
that trade.
through
Yeah,
it.
he's not losing that
Right.
trade.
Right. So, how do you feel about these players that are now like these super teams, like the Florida Panthers, like
Fine.
what
I think
Vegas?
you can try, but it doesn't last. You have to have it timed up perfectly, because in hockey, you need a full team to win the Stanley Cup.
Mhm.
You can't just have a bum of a fourth line, right? And right now, the Panthers are pretty stacked with those first three lines. But one of those guys in the first three lines has got to go, right?
It makes me think of the old Yankees with Steinbrenner. You always saw them trade for all those big names, and then the league got together and said, "Oh, no, no, we're going to do this revenue sharing, and you have to spend this much money, and we're not going to have this super team anymore." Basketball still allows it, and now you're starting to see it in the NHL. And to add even more into the NHL, they announced at the meeting yesterday that they are now exploring Austin, Texas, and Houston, Texas, to be an expansion.
Yeah, it's coming for sure. I don't know. I don't really think there's NHL super teams. Wouldn't consider the Panthers a super team. I mean, their roster's not even set. Yeah, not right now. They don't even have a
What
goal.
about Vegas?
I don't think they're a super team either. I think both of those teams, and you could say we were the same way. We've cooled it down a little bit with trades in the last year, but they're just aggressive. They're aggressively trying to win games. All of a sudden, Buffalo's kind of in that same category, although they're losing more players than they're getting. But maybe
But the
they're
difference, I think, with Tampa is we get a Blake Coleman, a Barclay Goodrow, not a Brady Kachuk, not a Connor Hellebuck.
because we already got the superstar players. We
Well, so
really
did that.
we're good at adding complementary players.
I mean, look, Mitch Marner in Vegas. Look at all the other stars that they have. It's like holy crap. It looked like Colorado was going to do that a couple years ago, but then that lasted one season, and then but Vegas and Florida just seems to be able to keep keep it up and be
Because
up there.
they're wheeling and dealing. I mean, and that's
Yeah,
the thing about
smart.
JBB is the wheeling and dealing on JBB has definitely gone down. We haven't seen it as much this off season. It's early this off season or last off season. I mean, you can say there was a bit more the fall or the previous season because that's when the Sergachev trade went down. We got Mosier, we got Geeky. We're moving on from Stamkos. So I don't know. It does feel like the Lightning do need to make a big move because you've got everybody else and look at all these trades that are happening. It's all shifting. I mean, it's not even a shift. It's just getting heavier in the East. Can we trade the team and play in the West because we would do a lot better. It's crazy how the East is so stacked right now. It's not even fair. If anything, that's what the league should look at. But I don't know. I don't believe in super teams. I believe that these teams have good GMs that don't want to lose their jobs and they wheel and deal good, but also at what cost? I feel like we're in a lot better shape down the road. And I know there's people probably in the chat listening that think that, start the rebuild now. I don't think so at all. I think we've got 3, 4, maybe even 5 really good players that haven't even played for us that are in our system. And I don't think you can say that about the Florida Panthers. I don't think you can say that about the Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, what does that team look like in 3 years?
Yeah, but we don't really know their minor league system. Like, we don't know their pipeline because
we had MVPs of 2 other leagues, though.
But they definitely have people that came up during the off season. I mean, during the season that were injured and were playing some big numbers.
How the guys that came up to fill in this season do?
Yeah, do you know I was kind of doing the Penguins got sold to this group that owns the ECHL team, the Florida Everblades, that play down in where is that? Hertz Arena.
Hold on, Gwendolyn, what do you think about our assistant coaches? Gwendolyn says for the podcast listeners, I'm here. Panthers don't have a goalie. 100% correct. And Darren is a parasite. I don't know where that's coming from, but we wish Darren good luck in Toronto. Just don't win games against us.
So the new owners of the Penguins own the Florida Everblades that play down there in Estero. They're an ECHL team, no affiliate. They won the Kelly Cup the last 3 years, but they have no NHL affiliation at all. I would imagine now they'll probably be the Penguins NHL affiliation, but I was like, surely they have to be the Florida Panthers affiliate. No, the Florida Panthers share an ECHL affiliate with the Carolina Hurricanes, with the Charlotte Stingrays. And I thought that was absolutely crazy. So I'm like, does that pipeline, like, can you call up a player that is also with Carolina?
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, if you're sharing them.
We re-upped with Orlando, though. Solar Bears.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 more years? Was that what it
2
was?
more years of Solar Bears. I do have to go to a Solar Bear game someday. We should go. I do want to next season. We talked a lot about it this season. I'd want to make some more videos around the arena. I don't know if they'll let us do it in the arena. But, outside before games, doing some interviewing some fans, maybe going out to a Solar Bears game. I've never been to one, so
You haven't?
no. So more. We're
Have you
gonna
been
do
to
some more stuff on video
game
next
there?
season. I haven't been to anything. I haven't been to the arena in Orlando at all. All right. So to answer your question, because I didn't really answer it, Darren Radish, was this a mistake by the Toronto Maple Leafs? It could be. Definitely could be. 1 year of one great year. And you're paying this guy now for the next 8 years.
But
And
I was gonna post if you actually looked at his 5 versus 5 stats for the last 4 years, he's been one of the top defensemen with the amount of minutes he was making.
okay,
So
I think he's a good player for sure. I love his shot. Love him on the power play. So I think we'll miss him.
I
But
hate to
again,
tell you that shot against um, against Vasi goes in about 75% of the time.
not as fast he can see it, and he's not getting that pass from Nikita Kucherov, who can put it right in the sweet spot with two guys covering Kuch and nobody covering Radish. So it is kind of annoying that he ended up in Toronto and not out of our division, and also it's kind of annoying that our draft pick helped Brady Kachuk go to Florida. But whatever, shit happens. So, what other trades surprised you? What else? What other trades do we not talk about?
Who went to Vegas? I mean, who went to Blackhawks? Was it Kyrie?
Oh, Bolt Byram.
Oh yeah.
So that was a crazy trade. Because they gave a 4th-round pick for him. Yeah, so they gave up a. Hold on, where's the actual trade? They gave their 1st-round pick to Buffalo, which is a 4th overall. This draft must be super weak.
They had tried moving to the number 2 spot. I think San Jose has it. They had tried going to the number 2 spot. They would not. Chicago did, and they would not switch with them. So that's when they changed. That's when they gave it up. Because apparently, whoever they want is going to be.
They must have an idea what they wanted to do. Because, yeah, Bowen Byram.
The Jets and the Florida Panthers are reportedly working to find common ground on a potential Connor Hollaback trade.
Byram, by the way, last season. Oh, that's not last season. That's playoffs. Last season, 42 points, 11 goals, 31 assists, plus 15. Decent defender, under 30. So he was drafted in 2019, the number 4 pick in the draft. So there you go.
Yeah, he's the first person that was drafted for the same number draft pick. He was drafted number 4, and he was traded for draft pick number 4.
Yeah, that was a big move. A lot of people think Chicago got hosed on that one. No,
Dang.
I asked the insider, to join the show. You know where he's at right now?
No, oh, FIFA.
He's watching soccer. He's in Atlanta. He's at Haiti and in Morocco. I think that game's probably over by now. But yeah, he's living up his soccer dreams. So much for being a hockey guy. Well, we knew he
What
was.
about Mason Marchment? I kind of want.
No, I don't
I
like
wouldn't mind. You don't like him?
I mean, if he wants to sign the minimum and play on the 4th line, it's fine. I think what's going to happen, I don't think we're going to make any big moves to overpay anyone. I think what's going to happen is we're going to sign maybe 1 or 2 guys in free agency, which are going to be names that we know, and they're going to be helpful, but they're going to be older guys. We're not going to overpay them. They're going to come because they want to kind of come together and try to win a cup because they know we're still going to be a cup contender. And I think that's what we're going to see, just to fill out the roster. Maybe a defender, maybe a forward, guys that are 32 plus years old. And
This is my favorite tweet from LFB at JSTNSZNN. Can't wait until JBB signs Gudis to a contract and calls it an off season. Might as well just resign Perry.
could happen. Yeah, definitely could happen. But we'll see what happens.
There are 5 teams going after Carlson, Tampa Bay being one of them.
So you're not on the Eric Carlson train, or sorry, John Carlson.
No. And if we get him, it just depends what we give up for him.
No, I think he's a free agent, is he?
Well, he will be on the first. You think they're probably going to try to
You can wait for that guy.
sell his contract rights out.
All right, I see in the chat here asking about who are those free agents. Fair question. So John Carlson's one on defense to keep an eye on. Again, though, I don't want to overpay anyone. I mean, if he wants to do 1 year, that's fine. Jacob Trouba is another one that I think I'd add to that list. It's our tough guy mentality. Another interesting one, which would be one of the younger players available as a forward, maybe a third liner, maybe a fourth liner, is Patrick Laine. Laney? How do you say his name?
Patrick Line.
What do you think of him?
28, 8.7 million though.
Doesn't mean we're paying him that.
Right. So here's your top UFAs. Sergei Bobrovsky, Alex Ovechkin, Patrick Laine, John Carlson, Jacob Trouba, Kevin Hayes, Anze Kopitar, but we know he's retired, Anders Lee, Jaden Schwartz, and Oliver Bjorkström. So out of those, I would want Patrick Laine or John Carlson. I don't want Trouba.
Yeah. But, I mean, you got to overpay.
But they are saying they expect people to do offer sheets this year. So the Robertson, it seems like people are going to be offer sheeting him because this year is a very cheap offer sheet. I guess it's a 4th rounder is what you're going to have to give up if you sign someone to offer sheet this year. So Jason Robinson, Trevor Zegras, Mateus Maselli, Kirby Doc, Cole Perfetti, Barrett Hayton, Jamie Drysdale, Cole Sillinger, Braden Snyder, and Yegor Chinnikov are your top RFAs.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are a little bit more desirable because they're younger.
I wouldn't mind going after Robertson.
He's going to get paid, though. You're going to have to pay that guy for a long time. I think he's a good player. And I'm with
7.7 is what he gets right now. I wouldn't mind going after Zegras. 5.7.
I mean, as long as you get Cooch squared away first so you can kind of look forward a little bit. You don't have to
What
give
about
up.
Kirby Doc from Montreal?
I'm not a huge fan, but
Jamie Drysdale, he wasn't a bad D man for Philly. 2.3 million.
how about I'm going deep in the list.
Yeah, I see AJ Greer there apparently has told Florida he's going to go for the market.
Good. That's a bump. What do you think about like Boom Jenner? Centerman. I was just looking him up. Over 50% in his career for faceoffs.
Yeah. So Beverly, offer sheet means that the other team gets to offer him, and if the team that has his rights has the right to match that offer, if they don't want to match that offer, then they lose the player. and get a draft pick instead. And I believe what I heard was the price for an offer sheet this year was a fourth rounder. So you would
Usually
have to
more
give
than
up.
that, though.
Huh?
Where did you find that? Because it's usually more than that. You usually have to give up too much, which is why people don't do it.
I thought I saw it earlier because they were talking about the Robinson one. Uh,
I don't know. It's either an RFA or you're signing somebody that's over the hill, because everyone that's unrestricted free agent's pretty much well over 30.
and a lot of times people don't do it because of the fact that then you're opening a can. Um, they must compensate the player's original team with a draft pick. The cost depends on the average annual value of the new contract. If the original team declines to match the offer, the following compensation applies in the off season. Um, so if it's so it depends on how much you do. So if it's an over 11.9 million, you have to give four first round picks. 9.5 million to 11.9 million, two first round picks, 1 second. 7.163 to 9.5. You have to give 2027 first, second, and third round picks. 47.75 to 7.1 million. You have to give a first and a third. 2.3 million to 4.7. You have to give just a second round pick. 1.5 to 2.3 million, a third round pick. And if it's under 1.5 million, you don't have to give up anything.
Well, the good players are going to cost a lot, though. So, right now, as it stands, we have $13 million in cap space. So,
No,
got-
Destu's signed. Destu is signed. He signed for, was it 1 year or 2 years? I think it's 1 year.
yeah, they did extend Destu. So we have Destu all of this upcoming season.
The only defenseman that they did not re-sign was the one we traded.
Well, Carlisle's a free agent as well. I do think that they should re-sign Carlisle, because Destu, you're going to see how he does, he might get let go at the end of the next season as an unrestricted free agent because of his age, and then Lilleberg will be a restricted free agent, and he will be due a raise for sure with the way he played last season. Crozier's the big one where it's like, all right, if this guy steps up, we might be in pretty good shape, because they have him under contract this coming season and the following season at a phenomenal rate. And then McDonough's contract goes down this season, so he goes down to 4.1. So yeah, got to bring in another defenseman, I think, with some experience. We've goalie situations done. I mean, we have plenty of players as is. So anything else on top is just gravy. 14 forwards under contract right now, and they're including on Puckopedia, they're including Jacob Peltier, who was our star MVP of the AHL. Yeah, we had 3 MVPs of other leagues in our system.
We did, yes.
So you got to think he's first in line to get that chance to really play. But we got to fill in the gaps. And I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if JBB feels the pressure to make a move with someone he thinks is really going to be an impact player. Or we can just get Hedman to come back and be that guy he used to be, and Braden Point to come back and be that guy he used to be. But I'm not super confident they will be.
We've said that before that all these moves are happening in our division and stuff. Is he going to make a move? And he signs Corey Perry. So, I mean,
A heck of a trade deadline. Yeah, which really sucks because I feel like we were like 1 or 2 players away from winning that series for sure last couple of
I
years.
remember that Hannafin a couple of years ago that it was like a done deal. and then nope, he was Vegas bound.
Chernak, Point, whatever first round picks we have for the next 5 years for McDavid.
Listen, they how about the Babcock hiring?
Yeah.
If I see one more person say that McDavid's going to leave because of Babcock, don't you think that McDavid had a say in this coaching pick?
No, they don't run anything by that guy.
Like, like as soon as the comments that I saw, not just in Thunderbolts, but on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, on Facebook about, oh, McDavid's gone. He handpicked this coach. This was definitely ran through him to decide this. And then I heard, Torts, you might see this fire your coach towards the end of the season, and Tortorella comes in.
He's going to be the closer coach from now on.
Yes, yep, that's what they were saying, that he's going to end up being like the NHL's closer coach, and that's like what he wants to do.
Yeah. Got the draft picks up there. Again, no picks on Friday for the first round, but we do have a second, a third, no fourths, but we got 3 fifths. Some back-to-backs there. Hey, I'm going to predict it right now. These back-to-backs, 133 and 134, future Hall of Famers. Flip it. 6th round pick and a 7th round pick, and we'll jump on. I guess we'll probably jump on the next couple weeks after free agency, after the draft, which all this happens in the next week, a week and a half. We'll jump on maybe 2 or 3 weeks from now, talk about what happened, and then we truly go into like the off season.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now I'll be in Pittsburgh, so not 2 weeks from now.
Maybe right after free agency happens. Because once free agency hits, it's vacation time. Not for us, but we're not doing any shows because there's nothing to talk about. There's been a lot of things to talk about still, but it will be pretty dead until September when things get kicked up again. All right, so chat real quick. JBB needs to be active. I'm not asking him to overplay to get players. That will help Tampa get out of the first round of the playoffs. The problem is to get trades and to get people in free agency, you have to overpay. Trade Cherney for cap space. I mean, if we're going to bring in a big name, sure, but we have cap space. We have more cap space than we've had in a long time. There's just no good players to get. So it's got to come through a trade. John Carlson. All right, so let's say no trading for his rights. Let's say he hits the open market. 2 years, $10 million. Kind of talked about that earlier. We're both a no on 2 years, $10 million.
Yeah, if that's all we can get, you have to take it. But if there's something else out there, how do you feel about? Are you comfortable with this goaltending that we're with? You see, everybody seems to be going with this 1A, 1B. Are you okay with the?
You got the best goalie. You don't need a B. What, Thomas? What would you say if Stammer came back?
Well, it ain't gonna happen. But I would love it, but it's not gonna happen.
I would say what Frosty said. The door is closed, Beverly. Yeah, it's not going to happen. He makes too much money. It'll happen someday. He'll retire as a Tampa Bay Lightning player. We'll all shed a tear and remember the good times. But, yeah, Stammer time's over. So
Not at least twice a year, it isn't.
it's true. All right. Well, we'll be back. Follow us on the social medias, and we'll let you know exactly when. We'll try to get a show in before Thomas leaves. If not, we'll wait till afterwards. But I don't know if a lot's going to happen. I'm expecting something to happen with this roster. I know we're going to get, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new players, something like that.
Yeah.
But we won't see them for years. We'll see what happens in free agency. We'll see if JBB's got anything up his sleeve. You could see something happen tonight or tomorrow.
Real quick, what happens to Ovi?
Not leaving Washington. Resign him.
How have they not re-signed him yet?
They're not even worried about it because it's He's not playing anywhere else.
I just can't. I can't imagine letting your legend hit the free market.
Wayne Gretzky finished his career with the St. Louis Blues. Okay? It's the NHL.
Yeah, you got to imagine this will be his last year, no matter what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, and it could be his last year this past year because maybe nobody wants to sign him. Somebody's got to sign him.
Usually, development camp is right after the draft. Well, you'll have the rookies come in the Monday after the draft, Monday, Tuesday, usually after the draft. Then you'll
The
start
tournament was
getting.
here last year, so it won't be here this year probably.
Then you'll start getting the invitations for development camp a week or two later, I think. Gretzky finished his career with the Rangers.
I thought he went to the Blues.
You have two different people correcting you.
All right, well, your guys are probably right. When did
Well,
he play?
you know
for
I'm
the
not
Blues,
with one
though?
of them, so
Well,
you
that
know
sounds
he's.
right. He played. He did play for the Blues, though. That's why I'm like, when did that random season? Okay, yeah. Well, he played 95, 96 for the Blues, and then he went to the Rangers, and yeah, he capped it off. You guys are right. I just feel like that Blues season was just such a weird outlier season. He played 18 games and scored 21 points. So yeah, it was definitely an outlier season for him. Although so he got traded from LA to the Blues, became a free agent, and went to New York. Anyway, yeah,
Thank you for clearing that up. And we will have the schedule out probably 3 weeks
Mid-July.
from now.
Mid-July is when it came out last year.
Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks to about 3 weeks from now. We should have the schedule out. We are on Thunderbolts going to try to do a group road trip. We usually do at least one. Um, I think Colorado is the consensus this year
Oh yeah,
that we want
yeah.
to try to go to. So I will be in touch with Colorado's once we look at the dates and see if it jives. I try to also always look at the Carolina schedule and the Crunch schedule to see if they're in town with each other. Of course, those Carolina tickets are going to be a little bit more expensive. Can't wait until Atlanta gets the team now for the third time. That will be a nice little road trip there. And then we always look at the Nashville trip. So,
Do you want Houston or Austin?
Houston.
No, give Austin a team.
Oh, I don't.
Austin sucks.
Austin's not big enough for it to
Houston's
survive there.
definitely bigger. Yeah, but
Yeah,
Austin deserves something. It's a cool town.
Austin should have a sports team, but I don't think it's big enough to support one. I mean, I was thinking, there. How about somewhere like South Dakota or North Dakota? Like, why isn't there any kind of sports teams in any of these? Like,
Because there's no people. Miss Schooley, there's no people. There's more cows than people. Uh, real quick, do you watch World Cup?
I've watched some of it.
Yeah, I've been watching some of it. It's no hockey. It's no hockey. But
It's not,
I'll
but
watch
it's
the
been
USA games.
exciting. You got who was it? Ronaldo became the first player to do in 6 different
Yeah,
World Cups.
and Messi's
Uh,
killing it still.
yeah, you got all the big names that are scoring. You got a great story in the Iran team that left a note in their hotel room thanking all the fans and everybody. And then you got Greg Wolf down in Mexico being the MC down there and was like a big secret. And then I think it was the Lightning was the first one to send it out there. And then he finally came out and said, well, now the cat's out of the bag. I'm down here in Mexico for MC. So congratulations to him. I mean, that man's now on the biggest stage you can ever have because, we love hockey, but technically soccer is the biggest sport in the world. So to be an MC for the World Cup, that's gonna get him some things. Don't remember where you started, Greg.
And he gets to go do it in Mexico. Do you know how to say the wolf in Spanish?
No.
El
Wolf.
Lobo. I'm gonna call him from now on. We'll have to have him on before the season starts. All right, so make sure you follow us, and we'll let you know when we'll be on next, which will be in less than a month, and then we'll probably be gone for a month or two before the season starts. No picnic, no Thunderbolts picnic. I want to get my. We're doing some recording.
I think we're gonna try.
All right, come to the picnic. Get in Thunderbolts so you find out when Scully
It's just
finally
been hot as hell out there lately.
a place with some shade. I'm gonna bring the camera. We're gonna do some remote video, and we're gonna get some people on camera and play some live shooter games. So let's do that. All right, we're out of here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what JBB pulls out of his sleeve the next couple days here, the next week. He's gonna do something. Just don't know what. Until then, this has been We the Thunder. Don't forget to be the Thunder.
That's it?
That
From the Bay. Headsets on, volume up. This is Bo's country. Let's go. Wednesday night, red light on, mics get hot when